You funny.
I'm just saying, you can't do the little, high top
You funny.
stair step, but you definitely got the dirty yoga man going on.
Here, let's do this. I do got my little dirty yoga hair tonight.
Just saying.
Look, I'm banging though.
You
Look
are,
at this.
you are banging.
I'm getting there.
You are getting there.
Peace and love. What's up, everybody?
What's up, y'all?
Welcome to the Hell of Years podcast. My name is Zach Woodruff. My brother Filet is in the building right now.
What's happening, y'all? What's happening?
Look at you, man.
What's up, bro?
How you feeling?
Oh, bro, I'm doing good. You know
you
what I'm
are.
saying? I'm maintaining and sustaining.
Hey, we sending love to our brother Maintain tonight.
Yeah, big shout out to Maintain, bro.
He's not going to be joining us. His auntie just passed, so he's going to be with his
bro.
family. Our condolences to the entire family, and you're in our thoughts, brother.
Yeah, man.
So we're gonna ride tonight and have a good time. It's the first time I think I've not had a hat on the camera.
Yeah, with your little dirty yoga man look. Hey, your tan looks good.
Thanks. You got all kinds of zangers tonight,
I'm
huh?
just saying your back hurts.
Yeah. You know what though? I gotta zoom out a little bit. I got it zoomed in on you. Let's see. There we go.
My face looking all fat and shit.
No, you look great.
Oh, big shout out to our guy, Big Tech. He's playing in the playoffs right now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's coaching in the playoffs.
Coaching.
Right now.
Well, he's not actually playing. He's coaching. I wonder what type of coaching Tech is actually doing. Is he actually just hitting people's heads with the tiles and squirting water in their mouth, or is he actually? He's
got one of them water bottles with the pointy little straw, just old school.
Squeezing it, or is he actually like, all right, we're gonna set a screen here, and then we're gonna do this, or
I don't know.
They're like, Tech, get over there.
One day we promise y'all Tech will be back.
I'm
with
just
us
saying, exactly.
And we'll ask him about that.
And big shout out to all the girls that I know within the area. They're all playing in the playoffs and AUG League honors and all the shit. So too many of y'all to list, but I love all of y'all. Super proud of all of you guys.
Absolutely.
Keep pushing the hard line. You know what I mean? Just very proud of all the young, amazing young women that are doing big things in the area.
Our friend Don Shea was just saying that you got hella jokes.
Hella jokes.
What's up, Don?
What's up, Don?
What's up, Jose? What's up, Kid? What's up, Allie? What's up, Liz?
What's up, Liz?
Man, this is gonna be a fun night tonight. We're gonna give it up and we're gonna talk
house party style. We got De La Soul.
We're gonna talk about De La Soul, right?
Right.
We just got a lot of love for this group right here. Recently, just a couple of weeks ago, one of their members, Trugoy, Dave, just passed away.
Plug two.
And so we're gonna, dedicate this episode to him, and we're gonna share something with y'all what's happening tomorrow, and then the entire De La Soul catalog has never been available for streaming.
Right, this is huge,
and it's happening in the next 24 hours.
Yeah,
it might start hitting tomorrow evening.
Right, but
Friday
for sure,
officially, their discography will be available for the first time ever.
And this is big. If you're a true hip hop head and if you're looking to dive into De La Soul a little bit, because it's not for every fan. It's
no, we're gonna talk about that.
It's
tonight.
Its own cup of tea.
Certainly,
you know what I mean. But if you are a De La Soul fan, if you're a hip hop head, if you're looking to dive into learn something new, then get ready because it's gonna be here.
Absolutely. Wifey just joined us too.
What's up, wifey?
She said, "Hey, fellas.
Hey there.
We're gonna have some fun tonight." Before we jump into De La Soul, talking about them, I think we had a little bit of housekeeping to do, just a couple things to check in on. One, just want to remind our friends to check us out on the hellayears.com website, where you can get some fly merchandise like many of you already have, and we thank you for that. So
Appreciate
we want to keep plugging
support.
some cool stuff.
I should probably start rocking my gear. I stay in polo because it's horsepower for me. But
you got your Rastafari tie-dye shirt on underneath there. So we're gonna have to talk a little bit about your Hell of Years field trip on Sunday.
Oh yeah, I had a good time with Chi-Town Dan. Yeah.
So we'll talk about that. Let's see. I watched the season premiere of The Mandalorian earlier today.
Wait, hold on a second. That's back on.
Yeah, just the first episode of the new season launched today.
Okay, I know what I'm watching when I get home.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was cool.
It's back on. I like that show.
So don't give me anything about it. We'll talk about it.
I like Lil Grogu. I think he's cool. Lil Baby Yoda.
I fucks with him,
I
bro.
fuck with Lil Baby Grogu.
Bro. His little fingers, bro, when he goes...
Since our last episode, Dame Dollar went ape shit crazy the other night.
Fucking business, bro.
Man, what do you think about that 71, bro?
Yo, I fucks with Dame personally. Big shout out to Dame. Big shout out to Huey. You know what I mean? Huey's his big bro. I fuck with them both. You know what I'm saying? And Dame is really putting on for the town.
Holy shit,
you know what I'm
he
saying?
went off.
Like, right now, if Portland doesn't really get him another fucking player,
God.
like, get him somebody, bro.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Like, Dame deserves a player. He is loyal to the motherfucking soil. Let me just put it to you like that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah, so lots of good things happened this week. Lots of celebrating the legacy of Trugoy.
Yeah, or yogurt.
Or yogurt. That's yogurt backwards.
Right, or Dave.
Right. Or Dave.
Or Plug 2.
I think he probably got tired of like explaining that. People were like, is it really yogurt backwards?
It is.
It's like, yeah, I like yogurt.
Yeah.
So De La Soul, right? 3 dudes. They started making music in high school in the mid 80s. I watched an interview and I think Maceo was saying it was around like 85 when they first started.
Like 85, 86.
85, 86, right?
Well, I think it was Plug 1 and Plug 2. They went to high school together.
Yeah.
And then Maceo ends up like coming into the picture.
Well, he was the younger one because I think Prince Paul, he's kind of the 4th member of De La Soul, honestly, early on. He produced a whole album, right? And so I think Prince Paul was like a senior, and then Pastanus was a...
These fucking names, right?
Yeah, which is Sound Sop backwards.
Right. And
he was DJ Sound Sop, right?
Exactly.
So he was a junior, and then Trugoy. Yogurt backwards.
Or Dave.
The Dove. Trugoy the Dove. He was a sophomore, and then Mace at the time
was a freshman.
But
the crazy part is Mace was the person who handed the demo to Prince Paul.
And so here's the thing. We're not talking about Puff Daddy Mace, y'all.
No,
we're going to talk a little bit about this because this Mace is before that Mace.
Right.
And then, so on the album, which we'll get all up into, right? This right here. This their debut album came out in 89, right? 34 years ago on Friday. That's really why we're celebrating. And it's cool that the catalog is finally going to be released to all streaming services. So if you don't know about De La Soul, you can go spend some time with them.
Well, especially if you're a producer, you need to spend some time with this album.
Yeah, because the sample game on this is crazy. It's on another level of sampling. Right. So I forgot what my train of thought was.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
Well, was it something about their names? No, something about the album. I don't really know.
But all I know is their album, their place in hip hop.
Yes.
And what they did for hip hop is something.
Peace. What up, Matic?
What up? Well, what's up, Matic?
Yeah, it's Matic in the building.
Matic, hey, go download this new single.
Yeah.
Come outside.
Oh, yeah, I want to go outside. I told him, I texted him, I was like, this shit made me want to go outside.
Come outside. Hey, you already know.
We can talk about that the whole night too, but we're gonna stick to De La Soul. Right?
But De La, like their place in hip hop, and far as what they were doing.
Yeah.
And I think we should talk about
where you want to start at.
The creativity of what they brought to hip hop, and during that time, because I think we should paint the picture of what was going on during hip hop at that time, because during that era of hip hop, there were donkey ropes.
Yeah. Coming out of the mid '80s, out of New York, right? You got like Run DMC,
right?
Big Daddy Kane, Kumo G,
right? You have a different.
I said Kumo D. I mean Kool G Rap,
right? Kool G Rap, right? You know what I mean? You have
Eric B and Rakim,
right? It's a different era of hip hop then, and they were different. And the crazy part, that was considered what gangster rap, right? Because
East Coast version,
East Coast version.
But at the same time, on the West Coast, this is when Ice-T and NWA and shit is bubbling up out in Los Angeles,
right? And so. This goes to show where hip hop was growing.
Wait, pause. And Too Short was pimping in Oakland, and 40 and Sick With It was getting started on Hillside out there in Vallejo. So hold on a second. Let's just make sure we say, if we're talking late 80s, let's not leave 40 in the Click and Too Short out of that conversation.
But this is where this shows the part of where hip hop and how creative you can be.
Right.
And they literally created their own lane. And not just De La Soul, but there was what do they call themselves? The native tongues.
Yeah, because I think Jungle Brothers came out first in like 88, and then De La came out in 89, and then Tribe Called Quest came out with their debut album in 1990.
Right. And who else was part of it? Was like the Queen Latifahs,
and
the
Money
Loves, and who else was there?
Black Sheep.
Yes.
And then Leaders of the New School with Busta Rhymes, and even like Fushnikins.
Right.
Like there was a big collective of people that were all just connecting on
a different vibe of hip hop,
but on the basis of love and of art.
Right.
It wasn't about money. It wasn't about none of that.
No.
It was just about making dope art.
Right. And they were very creative at making that art.
So if you don't know, De La Soul, they're from outside of New York, Long Island, right? Amityville. Right, and they all go to high school together. So they're not in the Bronx. They're not, they're not in Staten Island.
They're not in any dope borough. Let's say that.
So they had a space to come up with their sound, and they're working with this dude Prince Paul, right? Who was a DJ, I don't want to say it wrong. Stetsasonic?
Yep, Stetsasonic.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know any of their music, but
right,
like they had like a record deal, and like he was like the young guy of the clique that didn't really get to do what he wanted to.
Right.
So when he connect with De La, he just gets to go ape shit crazy and do whatever.
Create. And
this album that they put together right here, 3 Feet High and Rising, there is nothing like this.
No.
Not at the time, not now.
No.
The amount of samples that are on here, there's some songs, I think. There was one where Prince Paul sampled like 9 different tracks.
On one record.
Yeah, from like Johnny Cash to like Hall & Oates and like, the variety of samples on here.
It's ridiculous. But that just goes, I think we were talking about this earlier in speaking to, our neighborhood producer, Rick Rock, of the equipment and how limited they were.
Right.
As far as what they had to use to make songs and records. And so they literally had to use samples to make the beats. They didn't have the equipment that was available right now to make these songs. So all they had were samples. And so think how much like their ears, bro, their sound, like how they had to hear stuff, bro. Like, and that just goes to like when I say house parties, like where do we hear these music and these songs from? It was house parties and doing chores on Sundays and getting up, and your dad put on all the old LPs, and you know what I mean? Or your grandma playing old 8 tracks and stuff like that of BB King and stuff like that of like, that was just been literally programmed inside of you. You know what I mean? So the shit is crazy to this is the outcome of that, the byproduct of that shit.
And it's a real fun album.
Oh, it is.
Like it starts off the skits, like the first thing is like a skit of some like a game show with the the corniest questions ever. Like how many fibers are in a frosted mini wheat or something like that, or like something about the Batmobile. How many times did it crash? Or just like the weirdest shit, dude.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They were just different. They were on some different shit, but it also showed you as a fan, right, and as a young person coming up in hip hop, is that you can be different and still be hip hop, and you didn't have to necessarily be a gangster or fucking wear a donkey rope, or I can put on my African medallion.
My back hurts.
Well, getting out the damn tanning bed too fast. I'm just saying, that's what happens.
I fought my back up this weekend. I wasn't even doing nothing. I was just sitting there, and then all of a sudden my shit said, bam. I got this one bad spot from years ago. I heard it in like 2008, and that shit just be flaring up. I literally wasn't even moving.
That's that dirty yoga.
And you got bad back too. You know all about it.
Yeah, this is dirty yoga instructor shit.
Fuck it. It did not happen getting out of the tanning bed. Although I didn't go tanning today, I had to roll out like an alligator roll. Hey, Domino saying what up? What's up, family? So we got a few heads in the chat with us. Domino and Matic and Kid. And I'm curious, like I would like y'all to just send a few comments in on your thoughts on De La Soul. Right?
Because especially Domino as a producer.
Absolutely.
Because as a producer listening to this album.
Talk about it.
Like what is your, because I'm a consumer of music, right? I'm not a producer. So for me, I'm like, oh, this is the party jams. Like I said, like it takes me back to house parties, being in the fucking basement. It makes me want to dance. It makes me like, it's like, get over there and dance for your family type of shit. Get over there and dance. Get over there in front of everybody. Yeah, just dance for your uncle.
Get your boogie on.
Yeah, get your boogie on. Right. And that's the type of shit it reminds me of, right? But from a producer, because I know producers listen to music way different than
absolutely
a consumer does. And Domino being a phenomenal producer, how does he listen and dissect this album with all the samples?
You know, Stressmatic being a phenomenal writer. Rapper, how are their bars? Because I'm gonna be honest. Let me take a moment real quick and shout out to my brother Big Jonte. What's up, man? 916 in the house. My brother in the house. With that, I don't want to sound like a hater.
Just be honest.
I do not hear bars on here.
No, it's fun.
I hear rap. I hear like the beginnings of shit, but like
it's fun.
It's fun, and it's good music.
Right.
And at the time, not a whole lot of people doing it.
Right.
But just a few years after that, people start, to me, spitting bars.
Okay. Let me ask you this though.
Yeah.
During that era, and we have to remember this. During that era of hip hop.
Yeah.
Was it about bars?
No, it was just about making some music. I know it wasn't. They hadn't set the bar of what a bar was yet.
Right. But for
you like how I did that?
Yes, I like that. That was a bar.
Thank you. Hey, Freeze just joined us too. What's up, bro? Hey, Freeze, we need your input on this on what you think about De La, bro.
And so I think that they were, because I think hip hop was so new. Yeah. Right. So not only it was that, but they were trying to gain fans.
Right.
Right. And so I think it was the crossing over part, right? Like they were going to have the fans from Amityville and the New York area, right? But how are they going to get the fans in South Carolina?
Okay.
And how are they going to get the fans of me, in Oakland watching, and you in Richmond, right? And so, which brings me to my point of, we were talking about the videos.
Yeah.
Like whoever was doing the box and BT back then,
was like Yo MTV Raps even on yet?
I don't think so. This was like the box.
Yeah.
Like fucking.
That was the shit where you had to call up on the phone?
Yes.
I remember that shit. I couldn't always get it. Sometimes it'd be there, sometimes it wouldn't.
De La Soul was getting pushed. Eric B and Rakim was getting fucking pushed down our fucking throat.
We're going to have to talk about that. We got some people giving us some feedback here. Hold tight.
Hip hop and wellness. Right here. It's the Hell Years Podcast.
All right, so Jose was just tapping in and was saying that De La made it okay to be different and express yourself, even if it's a bit eccentric, as long as you're being individually true to yourself.
I like that.
And I love that they really did bring that energy, right? Totally unique in their own lane, weren't wearing the donkey gold chains, and they weren't wearing the Raiders hats, and they were doing their thing.
They had the stair step, fucking high top, fucking half braided.
Yeah, they had some cool haircuts.
Yes.
Although, on one of the skits early in the album on this, it's hella funny because I think it's Prince Paul on there, and he's saying how everybody needs a haircut. He's like, Trugoy needs a haircut. And then he's talking about how they all need a Ludens. I was actually going to get a thing of Ludens tonight and like show y'all and see if any of y'all caught what that meant and be like, I need a Luden, because they reference Ludens on here. Domino was just letting us know that Prince Paul and Mace actually did the production work, that Mace was on the turntables on this one.
Yeah.
And I'm going to call him Mace because on this album, they called him Mace. They didn't call him Maceo yet.
Right. Yeah, well, I've seen him perform on the turntables.
And he gets busy?
Oh, bro, he gets busy. I got to see him at like a private party out here in Portland at an Adidas private party.
Nice.
He fucking killed it.
Yeah, Kid was just saying that it's fun party music. You know, it does feel like you were saying. It does feel like
party, fucking cool.
Get on out there and boogie for us.
Right, it's some shit you can let your kids listen to. Like your kids can perform a De La Soul song at the talent show.
Right.
Period.
Yep.
And not feel like like what's that movie called when the kid ends up performing the Big Sean song? I forget the name of that fucking movie. When it's like,
I don't fuck with you?
Yes. And it's like in the movie, and the little girl ends up fucking performing that song and shit, and the dad goes up there. It's like, it's funny.
Oh, no. I don't know that one.
Yeah, if someone remembers that movie, fucking, put it in the comments.
Our little tags was just fucked up. They was on the wrong cameras real quick, so I just got rid of those one time. Domino was saying that he does emulate Prince Paul a lot with his production.
Right.
Takes it back to Handsome Boy Modeling School. I don't know what that is, Domino.
Domino was getting his pictures done there.
That's just somewhere you went to get your pictures done at the mall or something?
Yeah,
or
bro,
was that an album he did? Was that...
Well, he'll be in the Hennessy glass and shit.
You should go take some of those pictures, man.
God. But I'm just saying, it was good fun.
Look at how quick you just pivoted right there.
Because I don't, Domino probably has that picture still up in his living room.
in a frame, a little bit crooked on the wall.
It's still up at his mom's house. Why do moms keep those old ass pictures? I don't know, but
that's hella funny.
But it's just,
so here's something that kid was saying, that they were kind of the psychedelic hippies of hip hop, and I want to talk about, because they were being labeled hippies, but how did they feel about that?
They hated that fucking shit.
Did they?
They did not want to be labeled as fucking hippies. That was something that they did not want to be labeled as.
Right.
That was something that was furthest from what they actually wanted. And because the Daisies actually where's it at? Hold on a second. The Daisies actually was a different reference.
I wrote it down. Duh.
I
hate that.
Duh. I like to use it just so you know.
The inner sound, y'all.
The inner sound, y'all. And so it was
going within your soul,
right?
The inner sound, y'all.
Right. And that's what Daisy's represented for them.
Right.
And so when the record label, and if, working in music, working with record labels, and knowing when record labels find something and they find a little bit of success with something, they're going to fucking run with it. And so they were...
Pause. That was the name of Prince Paul's, one of his early albums.
Pause.
No. The Handsome thing.
Oh,
what was it? The Handsome Boy Modeling School. Oh, that's a gangster ass name for your album. I just became a super Prince Paul fan. I'm sorry.
I have to go look that up.
Damn, I didn't know that, Domino. Thank you.
Thanks, Domino.
And I didn't know they did. Did you know they did a Dunks collaboration with Nike, with De La did?
Yeah, I did know that.
I didn't know that. Kid just let us know
I did
that.
know that.
Okay, you can go back to where you were.
So, they were doing where were we?
I don't know.
All right, well, they basically...
That was earlier when I just got lost in my thoughts.
Yeah, well, basically
I don't even smoke.
I do.
Yeah.
And so, and it's for medicinal purposes only. And they basically fucked De La Soul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They really did. And
we were talking about the hippies.
Oh,
yeah.
They did not like that shit.
And they didn't like, they said the record label kept putting daisies in all their photo shoots. They show up to the concert. They got daisies all over the place. They'd be like, what the fuck?
Well, I'm going to tell you something crazy is, I used to do I used to run street promotions teams and shit. And so we would get their poster boards and shit. And I remember getting their poster boards, and it would basically have that shit on it. And
they look like this with just daisies all over the place.
And that shit would be up on the streets.
Yeah.
And so you can only imagine how they're being marketed, because, they're being marketed with these posters, and they're being out in the streets, and they're just constantly being reminded of this shit that they don't like. Because what was the name of their second album?
Oh, De La Soul was dead.
And what was the picture on their album?
It was
cover?
a daisy flower pot cracked over and the dying flower. We're done with that.
Yeah, because they fucking ran it. They didn't understand the real acronym of that meaning of the daisy.
Yeah, they were like, fuck that.
Yeah, bro.
So, I watched the thing where the head of Tommy Boy was like, I don't know about this. And they were like, nah, this is a great idea. And they ran with it. And then the next album was Balloons, but it was spelled weird.
Right.
And that was 93. And then 96, they came with an album called Stakes is High.
Right.
And they didn't work with Prince Paul on that one, I don't believe. And they were at a point in their career, right, where hip hop had changed a lot since 89.
Yeah, 96
right? Now
sure.
You got Pac, you've got the success of Death Row, you've got No Limit bubbling.
Well, just look at the East Coast success.
You got Biggie,
Jay-Z,
you got some big names,
Puff,
right?
The other Mace.
Yeah, Mace.
You know what I'm saying?
How do you think Mace felt about, De La Mace? How do you think he felt about that? Do you think he had to have an opinion on that?
I'm pretty sure he did. And knowing hip hop, it probably behind the scenes, he probably didn't like that. I'm pretty sure he didn't. But again, he fit in a different space than the other Mace. Like, and I think he knew that. So really for him, it really wasn't a problem. He wasn't in the shiny suit,
right?
Fucking getting
jiggy like whatever. That ain't me.
Right. I'm wearing my African medallion and fucking doing grimy fucking shows at the press club.
Right, I feel that.
You know what I'm saying?
Domino just hit me up on Instagram and was showing me, like, let me see if y'all can see this handsome boy modeling school thing. Here you go.
Oh my God.
That's fantastic.
That's pretty much the best album cover too.
Look at that mustache, man.
That is fucking some.
We're giving it up for De La Soul tonight. The album 3 Feet High and Rising came out 34 years ago this Friday. And the De La Soul catalog will hit streaming services this Friday. As you can see, we paid tribute to the album cover with our podcast cover for this week.
That shit is fly, bro.
Had a little bit of fun on there, kind of flipped it in our way. I do want to show this to y'all real quick because tomorrow, actually, 5 o'clock West Coast time, you can see it says 8 o'clock on here, but that's East Coast time. Maceo and Pasta Noose. Am I saying it? Pasta Noose?
Just plug one.
Yeah, it fucks me up. I love it. Feels like an old Greek god name or something, right? Like from old mythology or something.
It does. I'm gonna just say plug one.
Yeah. Okay. So they are honoring and paying tribute to their brother who passed earlier in February of this year.
Yeah.
And they are going to revisit their catalog and have a absolute celebration. And this is going to be streaming live on Maceo's Twitch. So 5 o'clock tomorrow, and then it's on the Amazon Music page, I think later on in the evening. And they're doing this live in New York, and they gave, I think 333 fans are going to be there. And there's a lot of people in hip hop who are really, really excited, and maybe that's not the right word, but they want to celebrate De La and Dave.
Well, there's
Trugoy. They want to pay their respects, and to someone who means so much to hip hop, you got to do it with some music. What the hell is that sound outside? You hear that?
It sounds like Batman trying to come get us.
So again, tomorrow, 5 o'clock on Twitch, our time out here on the West Coast. You can check this out on Maceo's Twitch. And then I think it's going to be on Amazon Music's Twitch page as well. So that's going to be kind of a cool.
I think that's a really big deal because, a fun fact about De La Soul that I don't think most people know.
Shout out to Big Daddy Henry Lokes who just joined us too. Federation.
Federation.
What you got?
So, as many know, Tommy Boy is the label that they're originally signed to.
Right.
And in the beginning, Tommy Boy was signing all of the native tongue acts, it seems like, right? But one of the things that a lot of people probably don't know about De La Soul is, and I didn't even know this, and this is why I really enjoy doing the show, is when we get to kind of take a deep dive into these artists, into these groups sometimes, just doing like the show prep.
It's kind of fun to learn about them.
Yes,
right?
Exactly. And kind of not just listening to the music, but just going to watch old videos and doing reading and research on them. But I found some really cool fucking information on them of just their impact, of why they're so important in hip hop. Did you know, aside from them being like who they are, 3 Feet High and Rising was the first hip hop album on the international scene. It was the first album to go gold in Europe, even before Run DMC.
Wow. Europe was feeling them.
Now, that's huge.
Yeah.
When you think how big Run DMC is.
Because what was happening in hip hop in Europe in the late 80s?
Come on.
Who knows?
I mean, well, fuck.
Apparently De La Soul.
Well, the fucking, what is that? That wall in Berlin was coming down and fucking,
Yeah.
Wasn't that in the 80s or is that the early 90s?
I don't know. My history ain't great, bro.
Mine isn't either.
I remember when I seen it on the news and shit. People banging it on, man, with the chisels and shit.
People wanted their little piece of the wall and shit. You know what I mean?
My back and my shoe cam turned off. So I'm just gonna take my shoe off and show y'all I was matching tonight.
Fuck y'all shoes.
With some red threes. Fuck you.
Fuck y'all shoes, bro.
Big Daddy Henry Loke said it's cold and snowy in Vegas right now. He said it's Berlinski out there, bro.
In Vegas?
The fuck? And it was like snowing in L.A.
Yeah, this is. Hold on, bro.
The weather is getting wild, y'all.
Right, it is, because it was Berlinski out here, bro. You know
so
what I mean?
De La hit gold status first in Europe in hip hop.
In hip hop, and that just shows their global impact,
right,
on the world, and that probably goes to show like of their quirkiness, their them being different,
right?
Because when you think about Europe and Run DMC. Yes, but then when you look at De La does seem a lot more European like than Run DMC.
Yeah, they do.
That's all I'm saying.
You know, I know what you mean, but like I don't know if that's fair for us to say to be like they seem more European.
And not in a bad way.
Not in like some hater shit, but they do kind of feel more like I feel like they're fucking with them.
Right, exactly. I can see them fucking floating around fucking Paris.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Why
and like
not?
walking down the street and you know, doing their fucking thing. I can see Run DMC.
Ellie was just telling us 1989 was when the wall came down.
Wow.
Thank you, friend.
See?
How about that?
See what I'm saying?
That's the year this album came out.
Boom. Wow.
That's the year the Jordan 4 came out.
Shut your ass up. I hate your shoes, bro.
Just saying.
Fuck your shoes. Fuck your shoes. But I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna talk a little more De La Soul. We doing play some new music from Maintain and Domino. Check this out.
Domino, turn. I've been rapping for hella years, smoking for hella years. That one's still here, hearing me crystal clear. Hey dudes, hella years, hit gas, switch gears. I've been rapping for hella years. Domino. You gotta count your blessings and learn from lessons. No time for stressing. Think of move ahead like you playing chess then. Never let them see you sweat, I'm on a quest. Manifest my dreams, I got a plan, plot, scene. Move mean by myself, I move mean, playing a part of my team. Surrounded by a team of visionaries like me that wanna be the same places I wanna be in the future. Protect your energy, it's crucial, that's hella gear shit, hella simple game. A free game like Gully, all about my money. I ain't never been no dummy, don't be coming at me funny. Don't pocket watch and don't talk to cops. I like to smoke good weed, the best options to stay out the way. I gotta maintain and gotta elevate. I had a dream the other day, but I forgot. Woke up, me against the world like Pac. Rest in peace, Dove. Day lost soul, every day we get old. Protect your soul. You had a dream the other day, but you forgot. Woke up, me against the world like Pac. Rest in peace, Dove. Day lost soul, every day we get old. Protect your soul. You gotta count your blessings. Move me by myself. Learn from lessons. I move me, playing a part.
Bro,
Yeah.
that shit was fly, bro. It is so fly. I'm renaming my niggas, bro.
Hold on. You're gonna give them new names?
New names, bro.
Hold on a minute. I don't know if we can do that.
They got some AKAs now.
Give it to them.
So Maintain is now known as Niateniam.
Is that Maintain backwards?
Yeah. And Domino is now known as Onimod.
Onimod. Yeah, you murdered that Onimod.
Onimod murdered that one. And he probably, you know what's funny about Onimod?
Onimod the bear.
Onimod the bear probably had this beat. He probably made this in 92. He probably been sitting on it.
Yeah.
And just like, you know what? Oh, this is some De La shit. I'm gonna just pull this out.
Yeah,
that beat
was dope,
that
man.
beat was fly. And then
Gage was saying that it felt more like some DJ Quick Fingers. Like that shit sounded nice, Domino. Onimod.
That's Onimod the bear.
Oh, that shit was great, dude.
That shit was fire, bro. Thank you for blessing us every week.
Onimod was saying that Me, Myself, and I was the #1 record in Europe on May 20th, 89.
See?
How about that?
How about that, bro?
Okay, so Onimod is easy to say, but Niateniam and Onimod, another smacker. Yeah.
Thank you for blessing us.
Ellie said, I'm tube. That's boots backwards.
Whoa.
How you say fillet backwards? Tilif.
You gotta say
everybody spell your name backwards. That's it. We challenge you to do that the rest of the week.
Tilif.
Domino said he could fuck with Onimod. Onimod the bear. That's Onimod, a new alias.
Ooh, that's hard.
Ooh, that's not hard.
It is hard.
Is it?
Onimod the bear. Like when he's just be on some Onimod shit.
My back hurts. That was good, man.
Oh, fuck.
I was feeling that record. That was fantastic.
I know, but, just to kind of...
So let's do this before we bring it all the way back, because we didn't really talk about any records specifically.
Right.
And bringing up Me, Myself, and I. Obviously, Me, Myself, and I, Buddy, are like the ones...
The ones that I think if you're going to check some records out from them, start there. Like, absolutely. If you're new to De La Soul.
Right.
Because, again, it's not everybody's cup of tea.
Right.
And if you're new to hip-hop, if you're new to De La Soul... I think you could start with those 2 records, and those 2 records would make you very happy. Like, for real.
Right.
Those are some happy records that you're going to end up singing like to, and then you may want to go a little bit deeper with them. But those records start there.
Oh, this is good. Cause Dante, he goes by Etnad now.
Etnad. See, they fucking with us. Hell yeah. Talif. Just call me Talif.
Domino was saying that Scoob is books from Das Effects. Books backwards.
Who?
From Das Effects.
Who's Das?
I don't know the names of the Das Effects dudes. They want effects.
Das Effects.
They want effects.
I just remember one had a Band-Aid.
You think his brother was locked up like Nelly? That's why he wore the Band-Aid? Isn't that why Nelly wore the Band-Aid?
I just remember I thought it was like...
For City Spud?
I just remember the old Steven Seagal movies, and he was always like fighting some fucking dreadlock dudes.
Buddy actually is a native tongue song because Jungle Brothers and Q-Tip are on that
song,
record.
yeah.
Yeah, so.
I mean, they are a group. I watched a lot of interviews like with KRS-One and Moni Love and a lot of like old school, like, you can just call generals in the hip hop world, and they had a very bright outlook on De La Soul. They thought De La Soul was the group that was the one that you could play with the family. I know you was talking to Big Homie this week. What's Ebro's opinion on De La? This is one of Ebro's favorite groups, and he like absolutely loves this group. And I don't know if you guys caught his Instagram today, but one of the things he posted about, which in retrospect, you have to think about this, right? Like, because we have to be in the present, right? Because yogurt's gone, okay? Yogurt isn't there anymore.
It's hard to say it like that and not giggle, bro. Don't say Dave. Rest in peace, Dave.
Rest in peace, Dave, right?
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Dave. He's gone, right? So how do you move forward? And he was using...
As the other 2 members, right. You mean? How does De La Soul
move forward as a group? How do you do things as a group? Because now, with their platform coming back...
Right, to celebrate, it's finally here.
There, people are going to want them to do things, obviously.
And y'all do need to realize this was not in response to his passing. This has been in the works for some time.
Right.
It took a lot of contracts and a lot of sample clearance and a lot of like back channel shit
to get this...
For the De La...
to get
catalog to finally hit streaming services.
Right. This took a lot of hard work to get them
right.
So he was using the parallel of the Migos and losing, Takeoff.
Yeah, and how Quavo and Offset need to just come together, figure that shit out
and then
come back together as brothers.
Right. And how do you, move forward like from now? Because we have to be in the present moment. And we can't change the past, and we don't know what the future is. And so we have to be in this present moment now to kind of figure out like how do we do that, and then like what does that look like for De La Soul? What does that look like for the Migos, right? So it's just those are some important questions that they're gonna have to.
I mean, something to consider in that conversation that you bring up, like the Migos, right? Quavo has a solo career,
right?
Offset has a solo career,
right?
They do their own thing as well.
But
De La, those three are not known for outside. Like they've remained De La Soul,
but
since the mid '80s.
But let's be honest. I'm going to be honest with you.
Be honest.
I'm not a fucking huge Quavo Offset fan like that, right?
Because we're too old,
right? But I will tell you something. I will listen to some fucking Migos records.
Yeah,
I will tell you that. Yeah. Now, if the Migos happen to be at some shit and did Versace and some other shit that I may fucking like,
right?
I may fucking attend it and fucking it may have my attention, but I'm not fucking going for a Quavo or an Offset song. Like that's not grabbing my attention. Did you really
just call him Quavo?
What's his name?
Quavo.
Quavo.
How you say that backwards?
I don't know.
Owa.
Owa.
Something like that.
Right, whatever, you know what I mean? But again, but that's what it is. Like, so.
But this just reminds us, right? I think he was 53 or 54, right? It's that, tomorrow's not promised. And it's important to celebrate the people that you love, the art that you love, your passions. Go after that every day because, again, they probably weren't planning on his passing. Right? He doesn't get to be there to celebrate this fantastic anniversary and the release of their catalog, which also means they've been missing out on a lot of cheese for a lot of years.
Because the last time on their 25th anniversary, they released a lot of their back catalog and actually did it for free.
Yeah, and a lot of this stuff is coming back out on vinyl, and you can get limited edition, like re-releases. They're coming out this week. Some real cool stuff.
Right.
Did you know, like a few years ago, they did a Kickstarter for an album with that record that we were playing earlier with Snoop on it?
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull that record back up.
They raised.
Their goal was like 100 or 120 to do the album. They raised like 600 something.
Yeah,
like a ridiculous amount of money.
And then they put out the album.
And then they put it out, and you can hear records like this right here.
Right.
That shit just feels good, dude.
But that's what I'm saying is that feel good. I feel like you should be making some jungle juice right now. That's all I'm saying. Boats, make the jungle juice.
Hey, I think for our 1 year anniversary week, Maintain's trying to get up here.
Yeah.
That Friday night, we're going to have a little hangout.
Oh, that sounds
We might even do it live here.
That sounds like
a bonus edition, and we're going to drink some jungle juice.
Perfect. And we're going to listen to Me, Myself, and I.
Yeah, we'll be able to.
Yeah. Get on the turntables.
Why not?
Why not?
What up, Alberto?
What up, Berto?
And what you wave from side to side to symbolize needing help in the sand pull you under quick. Big mamas that the devil's up to no good.
That shit feels good, man.
It does.
Feels a lot better than my back does. All right, let's see. What other stuff do we got that I wanted to make sure we hit on tonight? Let's talk a little bit about what you did this weekend, man.
My field trip.
Tell me about Sunday, bro.
So Sunday, every once in a while, like we have to realize like we are music fans.
Right.
And it's not just like I like all types of music. I mean, hip hop is one of the things that, that drives me, but I like to go do different shit. You like to go listen to different shit.
Right.
And one thing that I seem to find myself going to whenever he comes to town is like a Steven or Damian Marley concert. I make my way there. And this past Sunday, Stephen Marley did a unplugged concert.
Should have been there with you, bro.
Yeah.
I couldn't move.
He did an unplugged concert over at the Aladdin Theater over here in Portland. And it was fucking, bro, it was a fucking phenomenal show, as usual. And I took Chi-Town Dan. We did our thing out there, and it was I was a little disappointed that the flag guy wasn't there. Mm-hmm. He wasn't doing this thing, but
I got a little clip you sent me.
Oh yes,
check this out.
Seems there hurt is way too much this time. You're gonna leave.
He got a flautist?
Yo, that flautist.
Is that how you say someone who plays a flute?
Listen, bro.
I should ask Young Zach. I don't know the right way to say it.
Listen, she
Yeah.
fucking killed it.
She murdered it?
Listen, bro, I
Yeah?
apologize to you guys for not getting
You described that well, brother.
because she killed it on a couple of solo things that
Yeah.
like I thought I was getting video of, but I was so amazed by the fucking performance.
Yeah, you
My
recorded.
phone-
You recorded 1 second and sent it to me.
right, because I was like, oh fuck, I'm not recording, and then and then the shit was done.
Has that ever happened to you? You thought you recorded the whole shit, but you didn't push the button.
Yeah.
and then you push the button,
Yeah,
and then you're like,
then, fuck,
oh,
and I missed it, and bro, because she had like a couple of solo things that were
Yeah.
like just mind blowing. Like I never seen anyone play the flute like that.
That's fantastic,
And she
bro.
did her thing, and then him playing on the congos, like that was pretty awesome. And just big shout out to Portland, like far as like the crowd that like supports that type of music.
Yeah.
Bro, like it's always good to go get a good spiritual reggae cleanse. And
Absolutely.
so if you've never been to a good reggae concert, like not on some shit, like go do that. Like that's a good spiritual cleanse.
yeah. I think. I mean, Damien, Skip, the grandson,
Yeah.
Ziggy, like we saw last September.
Yeah.
Steven.
Yeah.
I mean,
bro, like that
incredible.
That shit just it moves you, bro.
Yeah.
Like it moves you. Like there was points of the show, like they're just singing the songs, and it's like, and I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but he just had like one of his older sons pass away. So
Yeah, I'd heard that.
so for him to
He's
even
probably
be out
emotional
there,
about
yeah,
it, yeah.
right. For him to even be out there like performing and kind of like giving it to you. And the only thing I was mad about, there was a T-shirt I wanted to buy.
yeah.
But they only have fucking mediums.
Damn.
And I was fucking pissed.
I think I could fit in it now.
A medium?
Yeah.
Bro,
I'm like medium large, right in between.
I am never fitting in the fucking medium.
I'll do it for you.
I'm not. Hey,
all good.
Boots, wear this T-shirt so I can watch you.
Should have got it from me.
You'll look good in this.
Speaking of concerts,
It's
yeah.
coming.
yeah. So Wu-Tang and Nas are doing it again. They're so many of y'all know we talked about this last year. Went down and met up with Maintain and Kid and my brother Danny. We went and saw Wu-Tang 11th row tickets, and it was the New York State of Mind tour. Nas and all the members of Wu-Tang and Busta Rhymes, and it was the greatest show I've been to. It was absolutely fucking fantastic. They're bringing the tour back, and they're hitting up like Australia and Europe and then parts of North America later this year that they did not hit up in the first tour.
I'm
And it's
going.
coming to Portland and Seattle.
Both.
So Portland, October 17th. Seattle, and that's a
18th.
Tuesday, on the 18th, on a Wednesday.
Back to back.
Back-to-back tickets are pre-sale right now. You can get them. They go general public on Friday. You can just search like the code to find out, or just go to the Wu-Tang IG or Raekwon or Ghostface, any of them. They got it all up on there. But I got a pair of tickets.
Do not tell them where your tickets are.
I'm going to tell y'all where my tickets are.
Do not tell them where your fucking tickets are. Do not fucking tell
I'm
them.
going to go to my own camera on this one.
Do not fucking
I
tell
got the 2 best seats in the entire Motor Center. So if somebody just described the 2 best seats, Filet, where would you say those would be?
front row center.
Bam, motherfucker. Sure did.
Of course you did.
Had to take out a small loan to finance them, but sure did.
But you got them.
Yeah,
You're in there.
I'm in there for sure. So
I'm gonna be in there. You know the mayor. Y'all the mayor rolls.
you'll be there. You get free tickets though.
Hey, I mean,
But let's roll to Seattle too the next day.
yeah, we're back. I told you.
Like field trip for that one.
Yeah, we're back to back.
Because I would say I'm taking wifey. She's like, but I'm not the biggest Wu-Tang fan. I was like, it doesn't matter. I want you to be there with me to experience this, right? Because I'm like, this is literally going to be the closest and the best like spot ever for this show. I mean, she's like, nah, I don't know. I'm like, nah, you guys see how excited I'm gonna be. I need someone to hold my jacket.
Oh my God.
Cause I'm gonna be going fucking crazy.
Here, babe, hold all my merch.
Oh, and cause it's all this VIP shit. You get drink tickets. You go in on the red carpet. You get fucking merch. All kinds of shit.
Oh, you went.
Yeah, I went ham sandwich. I did go ham sandwich on it.
You would.
But I mean, look behind me.
I know.
I made that shit with thread and nails.
You would.
So fucking look behind you. Those are fucking framed Wu-Tang autograph things. It's literally my group, man. I'm fucking stoked. So the point is, though,
I'm gonna be there.
Absolutely. But that wasn't my point.
I don't know if wifey's coming with me though yet. I threw it out there to her. I told her we're gonna go to Seattle.
Even if it's not for Wu-Tang, you guys, Nas is incredible.
Right, I know.
He was fucking ill.
And she likes Busta Rhymes a lot. So I think
they haven't said if he's gonna be on it.
I know, which is kind of worrisome.
You know what I hope?
He's just surprised.
No, I hope someone else joins.
Like who?
Redman. Right?
If Reggie.
Come on, Reg.
Listen.
Come on.
Listen. If Reggie's on the fucking tour.
Right?
Listen.
Yeah.
If Reggie's on the fucking tour.
Yeah.
That means we get some Blackout shit.
I know. That means we get the Rock Wilder with the two of them. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that'd be incredible.
Last time I seen him perform that shit was at the Roseland and fucking, I think.
Do you think if
one of them jumped off the speaker?
Do you think if you were there in the front row with me at center stage and Redman and Method Man saw us, they'd remember when the four of us were stuck in a little closet smoking weed
They may remember this.
Or on the back porch?
Bro, they may remember. Bro, we spent enough time with them. There's been
I think just me by myself, no way. But like the two of us.
But that's what I'm saying, because they're gonna be like,
yeah.
Because I've hung out with both of them. And listen, do you remember, on a side note, do you remember that one time in Sacramento? It was the Snowcore tour with Redman.
Yeah.
We were on his bus.
Yeah.
And we got on his bus and he just had, I remember the pictures, bro.
Yeah.
I was wearing that red flannel.
Yeah.
And we got on his bus. It was at that, what's the little Memorial Auditorium?
Yeah.
It was a show there. We get on this bus, and Redman had like a big ass Ziploc baggie, and it was just full of mushrooms. And he just said,
dangerous.
Stick your hand in there.
Did you take a handful?
Yes.
You're fucking nuts.
And ate them with them.
Damn.
And then we just went into the concert.
You got to do mushrooms in like the forest with just a few people, not like at the concert.
I did it with Redman at the concert. And
damn.
And it was crazy.
That's fucking nuts. I got a picture that time too, and I was wearing like a dumb sweater. I looked stupid in it.
You had your hoops in.
And I had hoops and fake. Shut the fuck up. And fake glasses on.
I love you.
I did used to rock hoops, y'all. Like big, like quarter size hoops. And like I had like 1/4 size hoop on this ear and then a dime size hoop next to it.
I love you though. You fucking had them fucking hoops in, bro.
Yeah, I did.
Hey, why don't you play that fucking song again?
We're going to before we slide out. But I was getting to the point being, if there is a show, if there's somebody that you like, and I was just telling one of my friends at the hospital this yesterday. Her name's Catherine. Shout out. What's up, homie?
What up, homie?
I was just saying, like, because she was talking about how she wanted to see Adele and tickets were crazy expensive, and she's got had a Vegas residency and they missed out on it. I was like, look, feel me on this. If there's somebody that you want to see, and this is for everybody. If there's somebody that you want to see, or some event, or something, a Broadway show, you want to see a certain basketball player, you want to go check out somewhere.
What if it's Magic Mike?
What if it's Magic Mike? Go fucking see Magic Mike if that's your jam.
They want to get dang-a-lang in
If you need dang-a-lang, do it. Because you never know what's going to happen. You're not going to get to see De La Soul, the three of them. The three is not the magic number anymore.
That's
for
true.
them.
It's
and
two.
so you won't get to see that.
It's two.
You know, last year,
it's
and I've said this.
number.
That's not even. That's fucked up, bro. It's fucked up.
Fuck. Two. Sorry.
I was talking about this a couple times earlier in the season where we were talking about Foo Fighters. We had tickets to see them at a couple of shows last year. And we were going to go to Denver for one. And then they added a show on in Bend at the end of the tour. and I bought 8 tickets, and we were going to rent out the house at the McMinimans, and it was on Heather's birthday weekend.
Right.
And that's her bucket list #1 band.
Right.
So I was like, we're going to
Right.
both of these shows.
Right.
And then their drummer died when Taylor Hawkins died, and they canceled the tour. Now they're picking up a few. I didn't ever think they were going to go on another show again because they haven't even announced who their drummer is going to be. But like they're doing some festivals this year. But again, it's like if De La still tours, but it's without Trugoy. It's not De La. It's so if there's somebody that you want to see, there's somewhere you want to go. There's an event that you're just talking about. Yes, the shit's expensive. Everything is expensive now. But those memories and getting to see that art, and that's really what it is. It's art in sound form, and it's something to experience. And we've always been concert dudes.
Yeah,
like
well,
we go to shows. That's what we fucking do.
Guess where I got sent wifey and baby girl?
Beyonce?
Yeah. But guess where?
I don't know.
Big Apple.
Oh, they're going to the New York show?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Because they can hook up with Big Bro, and then they're taking care of.
And they know. And you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So yeah, but that's their bucket list, and so I got to make that happen for them.
And that's the point, right? And I don't know, something might happen on the tour before then. It might not all the way go off. It might not be all the members of Wu-Tang. Maybe Nas gets a stomach bug and can't make it.
Let's
something
fucking
can
hope
happen,
not.
right? But shit happens. I still got my tickets. They'll refund them. But my point is, like, don't sleep on shit that you
want to do.
There's something in you that's like, I want to experience.
Right.
That.
Don't. Well, and that's where, like, you don't want to live with regrets.
Absolutely.
You don't want to be 60 and be like, fuck, I should have did that.
Absolutely.
Because that's probably one of the worst feelings in the world. Right? Is not and one of the best things about my life has been the experiences.
Yeah.
I can definitely tell you that.
I mean, even just us at our friendship and our brotherhood, like, it's because we've done so much shit together.
Bro.
It's not like, I mean, we sat around the house a lot and smoked a lot and listened to a lot of music and shit and watched Belly a lot.
We watched Belly a lot.
Y'all don't even. I would challenge anybody to say you've watched the movie more than Filet and I used to watch Belly getting loaded.
Listen.
Right?
Listen. I think I lost count how many times we watched Belly, bro.
There's people that had no idea what movie that is. They're like, I never heard of it.
Right.
It's a classic.
You better fucking, if you're a hip hop head and you fucking
better know about Belly.
And if you watching this motherfucking show, you better go watch Belly.
You can't be the illest motherfucker in Nebraska and not know about Belly.
Right.
Hey, we're going to play this Maintain song one more time, then we'll slide out.
Domino, turn. I've been rapping for hella years, smoking for hella years. That one's still here, hearing me crystal clear. Hey dudes, hella years, hit gas, switch gears. I've been rapping for hella years. Domino. You gotta count your blessings and learn from lessons. No time for stressing. Think and move ahead like you playing chess. Then never let them see you sweat. I'm on a quest. Manifest my dreams. I got a plan, plot, scheme. Move mean by myself. I move mean, playing a part of my team. Surrounded by a team of visionaries like me that wanna be the same places I wanna be in the future. Protect your energy, it's crucial. That's hella gear shit, hella simple game. A free game like Gully, all about my money. I ain't never been no dummy. Don't be coming at me funny. Don't pocket watch and don't talk to cops. I like to smoke good weed, the best options to stay out the way. I gotta maintain and gotta elevate. I had a dream the other day, but I forgot. Woke up, me against the world like Pac. Rest in peace, Dove. Day lost soul. Every day we get old. Protect your soul. You had a dream the other day, but you forgot. Woke up, me against the world like Pac. Rest in peace, Dove. Day lost soul. Every day we get old. Protect your soul. You gotta count your blessings. Move me by myself. Learn from lessons. I move me, playing a part.
That's that new shit from Onimod the Bear.
Onimod the Bear.
And Niateniam. It's like how saying Trugoy is easier than pasta noose.
Right. I like that. Onimod the Bear. Slipping in that.
This shit sounds great, y'all.
Yeah, bro.
Color grading is great, Alberto.
Appreciate you.
Charlie Rock eventually left, and that's when we came up with De La Soul.
That's what it is. Focus 16, man. Maintain, man. Our thoughts are with you and the family, brother. We love you, man.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, so we're gonna have some fun next week because we're gonna do two episodes actually.
Oh, yes.
Wednesday and Thursday. We're gonna do a double header because we're gonna celebrate Bad Boy.
Bad boy.
So night number 1 on Wednesday, we're gonna give it up for P. Diddy. And we're going to talk about Bad Boy. We're going to talk about some of his music, his production, his impact.
Bro, he in the news a lot right now, bro.
There's a lot going on with Diddy. Or is he just Love now, right? Is that still the thing?
What?
He changed his name to just the word Love.
I don't know what the fuck his name is, but he's in the fucking news a lot. Like, he all over the internet about it, not in a good way.
Yeah, so we got some stuff to talk about, and that's on March 8th. And then on March 9th, and... It's a sad day because that's the day that Biggie was killed.
Right.
So we're going to celebrate his legacy. And actually, I'm going to be bringing in all my 309 brothers. We used to work at the warehouse together. There was 6 of us that worked there, and then the 7th homie, Choco, right? And so we were warehouse store number 309.
That sounds like a white gang.
Nah, I was the only white dude in the gang.
Damn.
Yeah. Check this out, though. Me, the white dude.
Okay.
2 black dudes.
Damn.
2 Filipinos,
Damn.
a Puerto Rican,
Damn.
and a Guatemalan.
Y'all was multicultural.
Bro, we looked like the world. If we would have just had like my homie Sud from India in there, shit, we would have covered every continent.
Goddamn, y'all was a gang.
But we were big. That's when I first started really getting into DJing and music and all of that.
So this is the 309.
309. So we always get together. We have a group thread that we're all shoe heads. We all talk. Kid, who's in here often with us. My man Cephas from out there in Ohio is in there. My man Juice out there in Vegas. And Alio, who shot us out. That's our Guatemalan. My brother Choco. You remember Choco. You fuck with Choco.
Yeah.
You know, my bro Astro, he's growing some good herb. I got to show you some of his growth, man. He's getting busy. So we celebrate each other in our friendship every March 9th. And so we're going to bring all the homies in, and we're going to do a little episode on Biggie. So we'll do Puffy on Wednesday and then Biggie on Thursday. And it'll be a good time, man. So I'm looking forward to that. Filet, any closing thoughts for the night?
Man, forgiveness, bro, is a hard thing, right? Mm-hmm. And learning forgiveness is a hard thing. And I think it's something we have to practice. And so I just want to close out with, we have to practice on learning to forgive. And no matter how hard it is, and to make things better for you, not even the other person.
For you.
Let
that energy go.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm going to leave you with tonight.
Appreciate you, brother. Again, this is the album 3 Feet High and Rising, De La Soul. 34 years this Friday. The streaming catalog is going to hit Spotify and Apple Music and Google and all that stuff. Spend some time with this piece of hip hop history. You cannot lose. You cannot go wrong.
Right.
We will see y'all next week. I appreciate everybody. Hopefully my back feels a little bit better.
You got to get jiggy with it next week, bro.
Yeah, I got to put my shiny suit on and all that shit.
Oh, this is going to be great.
It's going to be a good time. Y'all have a good night. It's all love. Hip hop is health.